Greetings everyone, it's Red Hunter. Welcome to a video on MTG Arena where we're going to talk about the state of the game. You see we have this article up. And so in a few weeks, and just over a week, the Magic World Championship happens. Well, for $1 million prize pool, $300,000 for the first place. To support the draft pounds of the event, they've added the option for the players to draft challenge each other in the limited match that will follow the same rules as best of three formats. Draft formats in Arena. Players also have the option to choose a 40 card deck as one of the options for the other direct challenge matches. So I'm assuming that this means that they're going to draft ahead of time. And then that way it's already programmed into the system, and they're just going to show us clips of the draft. And then they're going to direct challenge. But that's cool that they're doing that we can do that as well. Rest assured, this is not what we meant when we referred to 8-person drafts in our developer roadmaps. We're actively working on the ability for you to draft against other humans competitively in the game. However, that feature will be arriving in a game update later this year. Thank God. That is a thing that has been needed in Arena since launch. Drafting against the bots gives you ridiculous decks. Sometimes you get ridiculous decks that are like absolutely, they're so good you'd never get them in a real draft. And then sometimes you get ridiculously bad decks that are so bad that you would never get them in a real draft. Because like the bots cut off colors that are just, it makes no sense. You can also export your draft decks from limited events, and then so you can keep them and play them against each other. Be your champion. Also, this you guys need to, if you haven't done this, you need to do this soon. You can go to so the thing with the be the champion. Going back up to the world champion, you can pick a champion, and you'll win. Give Wizard your email. That's linked to your Arena account. Has to be your Arena email. And then you will win prizes based on how well your champion does. Like I think you can win packs and stuff or gold. No, it's something like that. Packs or gold, based on like if you have a champion or based on how they do. You also get you can get a pet if they're the champion. You can get a special sleeve. It's got some really cool stuff, and it's all free. All you have to do is go pick your champion. I picked Seth Manfield because he won the MPL, and he's playing really, really well right now. And I feel like this format supports the style of play that Seth Manfield was really good at, which is the grindy matches. He won his world championship with Sultai. I think it was Sultai Energy in 2015, and those were grindy games. And he has a chance to do the same thing here. So it's not a format that lends itself. I know Red's doing well, but Red's only doing well because the format's not been solved. These pro players are going to be ready for Red. So I feel like Red's not going to be a metagame call. I feel like the metagame call is that its standard is slower now, especially since blue-white control is a thing. And the Dream Trawler decks and stuff like that. Esper Hero is a thing. So Seth is really good at those type of, like, he excels there, whereas like Javier Dominguez excels more at the red smash face stuff, and Pablo Vida Damarosa is just good in everything. But yeah, so I have this feeling that this is set up well for Seth. Going back to so we'll be able to also use the decks during the weekend, which will also play best of one matches using this deck submitted by the 16 players competing in this world event. The only thing I don't like about that, like I really, this is no entry fees. This is pretty awesome that we'll be able to see all the decks. But it really should be best of three. because the championship format is not going to be best of one. I hope. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be best of one. Also earn rewards for our first 3 wins. I'm going to play with every single, unless of course they're identical lists. I'm going to play with every single unique deck. I think it's really cool that we get to try them out. And then we'll hop into the following Monday to the Channel Arena Champion, which means it extend beyond the Worlds. Okay, so we're getting the next basic lands. I don't know what they mean by constellation theme showcase card styles. They might maybe like the cards of constellation, but what we want are the lands. Look at these lands. These lands are beautiful. And they're 3,000 gold each. You only have to purchase each land once as soon as it's unlocked. You're able to add as many copies to any number of decks as you want. I'm getting blue first, blue and green probably. Although right now I'm playing, I know I haven't played very many standard matches on my channel, but I'm toying around with different Esper hero builds. I'm on like my 4th iteration of the deck. I still haven't gotten it quite right, but I'm getting closer. Okay, so Festival of the Gods. For the remaining showcase styles, we're taking a page from. We're holding another festival of events, this time centered around the multicolored gods from Theros. Starting it off things hot with the Fires of Purpose, which players can enter to earn the Constellation Showcase card styles for Cathros, and a blooded deity himself. So what I'm going to do with this, I'll probably play all of them just because they're different formats. They cost 2,500 gold or 500 gems, and they're weekly, which does cut down on my like my opening packs and my drafting or my getting the lands. But at the same time, these are different events. They're fun to play, and I value fun over grinding. I play Arena for fun. I don't play to like grind a mythic or whatever. I don't have that kind of time. So I value my fun and my entertainment. And the reason I play meta decks is so I can get some return value from my time playing, so I can rank up, get to at least platinum every season is usually my goal, and then get some packs, repeat the process, get some gold, do all that, do my events, have good cards. But I don't, since I don't spend money on this game besides the $5 welcome pack, I have to I have to play pretty much meta decks. I can't play jank because I don't have that kind of card collection. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be playing in these just because they're fun. They look very entertaining. Do we have? We don't have details on them. Not yet. Okay. Standard Artisan is going to be fun. That's commons and uncommons. I already have a couple ideas for that. In fact, I think I've already built a Standard Artisan deck. I'd have to look. The Call of the Wild. Sorry for the background noise. This is called the Wild Giant Monsters Emblem. I have no idea what that is going to be, but I'm a green mid-range player at heart, so I love Giant Monsters Emblem. The Immortal Sun emblem, I'm assuming, is going to mean that's no planeswalkers, because Immortal Sun gives you extra cards. It pumps your creatures. You draw an extra card every turn in Immortal Sun. It pumps your It pumps your creature, and planeswalker abilities cannot be activated, which does not mean that you can't play planeswalkers. It just means that you have to play them with static effects. So if the static effect is powerful enough, you're essentially playing the planeswalker for a static effect, which mean that it's better to build them without. Although it could be interesting in certain builds. Historic Brawl is I I I'm gonna start brewing for that pretty quickly. I can't wait. Historic Brawl is probably gonna be my favorite one. I really do. I like Brawl and Arena. I do. Not enough to pay like the brew, not the 10K gold or whatever the heck they want for the monthly thing. But I play the free Brawl on Wednesdays, so more Brawl is always welcome. And then 150 card pre-constructed singleton. I The 150 card singleton is interesting. That's going to create some really crazy brews. But this pre-constructed one, are they handing us decks for this? Are we going to be able to change them? Is it like every time you? I don't know. I'm really excited. Like, I like these weird formats. They're so much fun to me. So much more fun than just. It's not that I hate standards. Standards in a very good place meta-wise. Although mid-range decks are struggling a bit, but they're it's about finding that balance with mid-range. The thing with mid-range decks is that you don't have easy matchups. You gotta play well. You gotta pilot well. You gotta make good decisions. You gotta sideboard well for every matchup. And I mean that's my favorite style of play. I like it a lot better than linear styles of aggro and control. Anyway, each event will cost 2,500 gold or 500 gems to enter. Introducing the workshop series, we're also looking to expand the type of events that we offer that don't require entry fees. Bonus points if we can find some fun specialty modes that don't require deck building either. Hence workshops. These limited time events are intended to give players a small taste of the variety of formats, and the only thing you have to do is show up and play. That's interesting. In addition to no entry fees or deck building required, workshop events will also reward you for your first win in each event. These awards will vary for workshop to workshop. Some will reward gold, others XP, and some individual card rewards. That's cool. The the no deck building is interesting. I wonder, like, are we all going to be playing mirror matches, or are we going to be given a random deck that could be interesting? You could, depending. I could see some complaints about that depending on which decks you get. I Power and Glory Brawl. If you're new to the format, we're providing a couple decks for you to try out before Wednesday rolls around, or you head over to the guild hall. Don't head over to the guild hall. Do not spend your gold on the guild hall. I don't care how much gold you have. It is a ridiculous amount, and we need to show Wizards that we're not going to pay that crap fee for a prize of no event with like either cards we can already just craft or really, really crappy or no prizes. Yeah, forget that crap. Just play Brawl on Wednesday. Heroes of Theros. Play with limited decks drafted by other players who manage to earn an X7 and X record in the event. Have you ever asked yourself what a good draft deck looks like? Not really. If so, this is a workshop for you. That'll be fun. I'll still do it. But, yeah. Have they been keeping all the 7X decks? Or is this going to be like, oh man, people are going to be getting some crazy decks? Like Karos Wednesday event deck. One's the draft I did. That enchantment is so busted and limited. It might be one of the, honest to God, might be one of the most busted limited cards ever. At least in a recent while. Uncharted Paths. Play with standard constructed decks, purposely designed to be a little off meta. Sure, they'll never top 8 a Mythic Championship. I wouldn't be too sure about that if they're only a little off meta. but we love them anyway. Off meta can quickly become meta. Each workshop will begin on a Monday and will be available for 48 hours, so we should be getting them, okay? Changes to rank draftability. This is going to be what people are going to complain the most about. I can guarantee it. Starting with the core set 2020, we made sure ranked drafts of most of the sets were always available alongside a second draft that rotated every 2 weeks. The data we have seen since then has been counterintuitive. We start to see less overall draft play when there are more events available. Variety is the spice of life, it seems. So from February 14th to 27th, Theros Beyond Death ranked draft will take a 2-week break before returning on February 28th. It'll be available for another 2 weeks and then rotate again, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. First, don't panic. We're not trying to secretly take away Theros Beyond Death ranked draft. We may, operative word, revisit having multiple ranked drafts events available once the 8-person draft is available. But for now, we're going to see how play works with one ranked draft queue so we can compare notes from before. Ugh. I don't like not having always that. I wish if they were going to do this, that they would just leave the most current set available, because that's what people need the cards from the most. Like, we don't. They had at one point. They had like a Dominaria draft, which was like great, I guess, if you love historic. And I do like the historic format, even though it should include Amoket. Like, give me my Scarab God. Give me my anyway. But like a Dominaria draft at this point for players who largely play Standard, which I still feel like Standard is the majority of the games played. Even if you added up all their other events and stuff, I feel like Standard is still the engine that drives Arena, because Standard can get you the majority, the ranked will get you the queue, will get you the packs, will get you the rewards, will get you the gold, all that stuff. Get you set mastery. So the idea of having drafts that are not in Standard, and the idea of having a draft that's not like, when you draft in person, you don't go to your local game store, and then go, okay, hey, this Friday we're gonna randomly, I know we're in Theros Beyond Death, but we're gonna randomly have a Dominaria draft. You can't use those cards in Standard, but we're gonna do that. Nobody would show up. Or it would have to be a very specific, special requested thing. It wouldn't be like something that where, like they can just, for these next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing I almost said Return to Ravnica. I would do that draft just because I really like those cards. I really like that set, but no, Guilds of Ravnica or War of the Spark. Like, I just don't want to see it. It's not, I'm not interested in it. And I feel like a lot of people are going to feel the same way. Event design, AMA. With an assortment of new events, the return of events like the Brawls, Guild Hall, changes to the rank draft ability, and a look at its spending format officers, we want to keep the conversation going in regards to how we plan and events and play queues, including availability, cost of entry, and rewards. Magic Arena's formats, goals, and outlooks are clearly changing from the standard-only direction we originally built the game on. You made it clear to us that MTG Arena should provide fun experiences to all types of Magic players, and you're right. Magic is more than any one collectible card game. It's dozens of formats and event types that cater to a diverse player base, from Brawl Brewers to Standard Spikes. Okay, I'm calling it now. Give it. MT Magic Online is going to be phased out over the next couple years. They are going to put first Modern and then Legacy into MTG Arena, or at least I feel like at least Modern. Yeah, Magic Online is going to go the way of the birds. We're definitely getting Pioneer. They've already confirmed that, and Modern's not that much of a stretch from Pioneer. So I think I don't think this is going to like happen tomorrow or next month, but I think over time, Arena is going to become the go forward way, which is good because the interface for Magic Online is crap. So I'm quite happy to be playing. I'd be happy to build a Tron deck in Arena. Anyway, um, we've already ramped up our intention to bring more cards from older sets to MTG Arena C, which includes several historic anthologies, which they're going to use as their basis to introduce Pioneer and Modern, which includes several historic anthologies along with Amaket. Finally, Amaket is coming. Finally, I can also do my cat brews for historic. Not really, because unless historic's in play, then I'll probably do a cat brew deck. But no, give me my Scarab God, please. Alongside with and other Pioneer Focus remastered sets. So is Amaket coming to historic, or is it only going to roll with Pioneer? Because it needs to come out to historic. We're going to continue trying out new modes. Like historic, the reason historic should start at Amaket is where the open, quote unquote, if I remember correctly, the open beta launched was with Amaket. Or was it? No, that's where the closed beta was, but they wiped everybody's account anyway. Amaket was where we were at when MTG Arena started, so it really should go. They already have the freaking cards programmed into the game. They should just bring them into historic. Like, stop jerking us around. I've said this for a long time. We're also going to continue trying out new modes and experiences, even if these experiences include both trials and error. I'm interested in Pioneer Focus Remastered sets, but only if Pioneer becomes like a big thing. My concern about the remastered sets, I mean, like it only takes man hour and stuff, and then they can select the cards, they can test them, they can. But I think if they do Pioneer Focus remastered sets, tells me that we're just not going to get. They're just not going to be like, okay, here's all cons of Tarkir, here's all Fate Reforged, here's all of the energy sets. They're going to they're going to craft specific Arena Pioneer Focus remastered sets, and that's going to skew the Pioneer meta and Arena in a way that's not going to be as diverse as I would like. That's my expectation for that anyway. We'll see how they implement it. We're also going to continue. Okay. As we move beyond standard constructed, we are at times going to have to rethink how we do things in a world where fall rotation doesn't have the same impact for all players. Yeah, I legit might be, if they go full barrel on this, I might legit quit standard. Or like play standard jank. And not worried about, especially if they give us ranked mode, like real ranked modes for the other stuff. Some of these things have worked great. Others not so much. And some ended up being a little bit of both, to be perfectly honest. Every time we try something outside of standard, we're going to have to evaluate how it affects all aspects of the game. So to give everyone a chance to answer questions and get answers, game director Jay Parker and executive producer Chris Cowell will be holding an Ask Me Almost Anything on our Magic Arena subreddit concerning the events and formats scheduled for Monday, February 10th at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. We encourage you to participate and ask any questions you may have on our current in-game events or plans for future game events or the status of any previously announced features. Cleanup phase. Mark your calendars. A February game update will be arriving on Tuesday, February 11th. Keep an eye on our status page for scheduled maintenance times, and as always, follow us on MTG Arena for the latest news and information. Well, the pros have to submit their deck list for the World Championship. I think it's the 9th or something like that, and then that makes sense. They'll program the decks in. They'll go to maintenance. And then the maintenance and stuff, everything will be up and running, hopefully bug-free for the World Championship. Oof, that is a lot of information. If this video does well, people watch it, there's interest in it, stuff like that, I will do a review every month on the state of the game, and I will start playing more. I will play some limited amount of arena content on my channel, but it may be more. It'll probably just be more me talking about things versus me playing, because I don't know. My laptop is still not very good. It still has the fan issue, which makes the noises at start of videos. But I can safely record things on my phone and not have that background that fan noise issue, and not have to worry about music or music strikes or anything like that. So it's, six of one, half dozen of another. Something I'm gonna have to think about. Thanks for watching. There will be more. This is just like a quick diversion from what the majority of what I'm doing is, which is Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. There'll be more Dokkan Battle videos coming soon. Be keeping you guys fully up to date with everything that's going on there. I will even be trying to keep you up to date with